Okay, I'd like to open up the January 24th Budget Committee meeting with a roll call.
Betsy Coburn.
Barbie Hartford.
Dan McNally.
Bunny Ben.
Betty Smith.
David Root.
Hal Kreider.
Mike Moore.
Brian Winslow. Brad Hall.
Linda Smith.
Bob Young. Rick Wolf.
And Ginger Dole. Excused tonight, I've heard from Tom Chase, John Boudreau. Unexcused at this point is Joe McCaffrey. So, first order of business is our minutes. Beginning with December 9th, the amended, most recent amended version. Funny?
Page 5.
Well, we need a motion first.
Oh, I make a motion.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the minutes of December 9th. Okay, page 5, you said?
Page 5, lines 231.
Oh, Mr. Ben?
Well, it's not only Mrs. instead of Mr., but I didn't say that. I'm not a big proponent of committees. I don't think I would have.
Which line? I'm sorry, Bunny, which line?
231.
231. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think that was...
It wasn't me. I never would have said that.
I almost think that was you, Betsy.
Although I wouldn't have suggested a subcommittee either. I already knew the info.
Trying to think. I thought it was maybe either Tom.
Yeah, I'm thinking Tom.
Tom,
Let's put it on him. He's not
Yeah, put
here.
it on Tom.
Tom loves committees. We all know that.
If it wasn't him, it sounds right.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're not here, right? And
Teach
nobody
him to
else.
be absent.
Yeah, well, he's not here to speak for himself.
Are there any other...
I don't know. There's Mr. Gadomski throughout instead of Dr. Gadomski. I mean, it does say in the...
What line, please?
First one is page 2, line 61.
Yeah, it should say
Yeah,
Dr.
we should change that.
And then there's page 3, 95. 97.
$120.
Well, wherever it says it.
Yeah, wherever it
Yeah.
says
It
it.
says Gadomski. They're all
32.
saying
They all need to be
It
fixed.
says doctor on the first page.
Yeah. Line, page 4, 178. Line 178.
Get the spell check.
And 176 as well. But that's easy enough to look for.
Yeah, just let him search for it. 'Cause we could miss it here and
Yeah,
there.
184.
Do a replace.
Just do
Yeah.
a replace one.
I rewatched it on TV.
Are there other-
This is what she said.
Other corrections?
The other thing that was questioned was the art discussion on the bottom of page 1. I rewatched that, and that is what she said. Covering K to 8, so it comes out to about $3 a student.
Yeah.
And they had increased it because they decreased it before. So that's fine.
Any others? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes of December 9th as finally amended, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Oh, it's in here.
Okay, next minutes are January 10th. We have a motion.
Moved.
January 11th?
No, 10th.
We got them at the last meeting and
We got the minutes of the 10th at the last
we
meeting.
were told to bring them.
I moved it, somebody needs to second it.
I wasn't here, so I didn't get them.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of January 10th. Betsy?
Line 17, John Boudreau should say excused.
Correct. I noticed that one too.
Question, maybe. This says January 11th.
No, we received the minutes of the 10th.
In the mail.
No,
This
we
is what
got
I
the
got
minutes
from-
of
No, we
the
got those at
10th
last meeting.
at the last meeting. She already had those done. So we needed to bring those along with us. In the mail, we got the revised, or the amended minutes for the 9th, for the December and then January 11th. So it's probably at home with your
Okay.
other stuff.
They've got extras if anybody wants them.
Sure, thanks.
Want me to keep going?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, page 2, line 84. First sentence. Should have was with the thought inserted after fire department.
Selectman Breyer related that basically the numbers given by the fire department, was with the thought?
Yeah.
Line 102 on the top of page 3. Selectman Bryan noted that if, not is.
Gee, you're pretty sharp.
I think it's supposed to be,
Yeah.
wait a minute, which one are you talking about? Because you're saying at the top of the page.
Line 102.
102.
102, right. Selectman Breyer noted that if the article,
If this article.
right.
And the proofreader helped me out with these. Page 4, 267. If instead of about, first sentence. And the next line down,
Did you repeat that, Betsy? I didn't hear it.
It's the
line
Hampshire
167 on page 4.
Okay, about as if.
Talking about the
Okay,
backstop.
got it.
Should say if.
Mm-hmm.
And the next line down, almost under it, over to the right a little bit, and moved, but it is not able to be used, reassembled. And page 11 at the bottom, line 526, this one's yours, Ginger. That one was ready for signing that day.
Yeah, we signed it.
We signed it.
Right. We signed
Is ready for signing? We signed it at the meeting.
it at the meeting.
It should say the village
It's-
district budget is ready for signing, but we do have others with an S
Right,
that we've not done yet. I wasn't there, but I
right.
did look at punctuation.
And that's exactly what it is ready for signing.
And the only other thing was on page 3, line 101. Tom Chase talks about 34,000. 34 was the exhaust system. 45,000 was the addition to the building. So that 34,000 should be 45,000 to match.
I'm trying to remember, I almost think he said the 34 and we corrected it, but I don't remember who did the correcting, because he did mention the 34 initially. But either way, it is,
We either got to put
40.
both pieces in, or you need to change that piece.
I think we can change that piece. It was 44, correct?
45.
45.
I'm done.
Yeah, it was done.
Leo's is done.
Are there any other corrections or questions on the minutes of January 10th? Okay. Seeing none, all those in favor of accepting the minutes as amended, say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Oh, I should abstain,
And
because that was the one I wasn't
who's
there.
abstaining?
Me, 'cause I wasn't there.
Okay, moving on to the minutes of January 11th.
Motion to approve January 11, 2018 minutes.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any corrections, questions? Dave?
I was present at that meeting.
You were.
Yeah,
We
it says
need-
you were.
Did I read over?
Right? Oh, no, you need to be added.
Yeah, doesn't say.
You need to be added.
You were there. I know you
Hey, 50 years from now, when my kids
I-
want to know what
I
I was
know.
doing,
You want
were.
to be on the
Any
record.
particular night,
And you're gonna still have those minutes
you
in
need
your
to prove
house.
it, so that needs to go in under both present and voting designation. Any other, excuse me, corrections, Betty?
Just a little one. Under absent, the semicolon after my name is in the wrong place. It should be after excused, shouldn't it?
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
And that is, look,
Got it. Are there others?
I'd like to be included in the voting designation.
You're not there?
I don't think that, so
Let's see.
maybe somebody can see it.
that's,
Wait a minute.
I don't understand that at all.
I don't either.
Yep, you need to be added to the voting designation.
Why is there a voting designation when there's a present?
Because there are some boards that whoever does the minutes, they have to have. It's not a matter of just who's there, but who's allowed to vote. And it's just a habit.
I'll mention that to them.
Yeah, I mean, that
We
seems kind
we
of,
don't need it for budget.
no.
Planning board we do.
Yeah, I can remember if it's planning or zoning or both.
Both.
Well, because
Oh,
there's people on
Alternate.
there. Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Is everybody else where they're supposed to be? Just checking,
my
because
wife checked this and
because when we put titles in, you know, selectman rep and water district rep
Right.
and whatever, it takes up a lot of space, and
Right.
so names get missed. Are there any other corrections on January 11th? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor of accepting the minutes of January 11th as amended, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay.
Oh, I should be an extension. I wasn't there.
That's right.
Sorry about that.
You're making me make a mess of my page here, Brad. Come on.
checking to see if you catch it.
Oh, I don't think I could catch much of anything except a cold these days, so. Okay, so we've got the minutes all taken care of. We do need to sign the MS-27, which is going around with the special pen. Please remember you're printing your name first and then signing, not signing first and then printing. They changed the forms. Go figure.
There's somebody will get it.
Do we have the signature forms for the other one?
That's the one for you.
Oh, great, thank you. I do.
She's got black and yellow.
I have one.
Yeah, I got one right there.
What color was the green? Black?
Ginger cane
Because
here.
black doesn't fade the way blue would.
I got black.
I got one right here.
I want to keep his form.
They go back and forth between black and blue all the time anyway. Conditions.
Okay, and then this is the 737 for the town. Same deal. So was everybody's driveway a sheet of ice like mine was this morning?
Just a little bit.
One of my coworkers, evidently she's got enough of a grade on her driveway. She said she looked out around 10 o'clock before she went to bed last night and noticed that there was a car at the end of her driveway. It was hers. It had slid down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it got caught on a snowbank at the end of the driveway, so it didn't go into the road and across the road and whatever.
Jeez.
Yeah, she was really impressed by that. In fact, she fumed about that pretty much all day.
Oh, at least this one you're gonna have to do, you know, it says it right there. Why do you have to write it? I never saw that before.
No, there was some question
gonna
as
have
to
to
whether or
ask
not
a
that
question.
actually happened, but
What question is that?
Where do you
it's one of
sign?
those stories like cherry trees and so forth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they've already debunked it.
We kind of ran out of places to sign here.
Then it's
Just keep,
There should be another page. Oh, I don't know. Is that the school one?
just squeeze it in on the bottom.
let's squeeze it in
Okay,
at the
second
bottom.
page or not?
Yeah.
You just
Do
keep
you
the
have a
same.
second one or not?
It looked like yearbook signatures, just signed all over the place.
There you go.
Good luck.
Doesn't appear to be.
Following.
You didn't see a second sheet in that package.
You need to print a second, you need to print a second sheet on it. Another one, that one doesn't come out automatically. This one has
Oh, I
a second.
know.
Yeah, you
I
have to
just-
intentionally
I-
print it,
Oh,
yeah.
I know. That I understood, but I didn't know if I could have printed a second one before they said it's signed.
But we got 8, we've got to have at least 9 on it. 'Cause we've got to have at least a
We
quorum,
need
so.
to-
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna
we'll
have to
put
fill
5
in
on there.
underneath.
Okay.
Turning him.
The other one, there's 2 sheets.
Isn't there, don't we have another one to sign?
No,
Just 2.
town and school.
Just down
Yeah,
to
but
school.
we
We
already
did
did
water
the
district
and
and
did the
Cove
other
at the
guys.
Oh, we
last
did
meeting.
Cove too? I couldn't remember.
Yeah, they
We've
had
done
them
both.
They had them both ready.
Good. Go home.
Yeah.
Happens before all the rest of us.
What?
For being
So
here.
what they're gonna do is put that on the page. and-
Michael, that one might have a second sheet behind it.
Yeah, I've got one more space. I'm just trying to
Oh,
figure out
okay,
what I'm
good.
signing here.
Same
town.
form, one's for the town, one's for the school.
Okay.
More ice cream, the other than really. That's not good, more ice cream.
Thank you.
Bears. On the next page.
All right.
At least get the sun. If the sun doesn't hit, you're not a chance.
I just got something that I have to go to the,
Hmm?
I have to go to the SAU anyways to sign.
Missing,
Oh, good.
missing across the street.
Yeah. It looked like he was doing a little bit of remodeling. There's sort of,
There's a lot of room here now.
To sign it, whatever it is. Suppose.
You just knocked it all
it's kind of
down.
interesting.
This doesn't have
What happened?
Just a
it's different.
It's down?
Yep, guy took it down with his
Oh, the
excavator.
school board, for what one?
Yeah,
Who's on it?
the other one has 3
Thing
columns.
there to fill up.
Yeah, it's just a slightly different format.
No,
The
because
position's got
I don't think you're gonna be allowed to have that burn file again.
I gotta change, we always tell everybody, I'm the third house on the left, go have it right. I went down to 2, now I'm gonna change it all again.
I'm right next to the bank.
Oh, yeah, okay. I see what
Yeah, you're right
saying.
next to
I
the
got it
bank.
right here.
Anybody have any idea what they're gonna do with it?
Okay, everybody happy
Anybody
with
got any
signing
idea what
it
they're
gonna
gonna do with it?
It says
We heard
2018.
strip mall, but that
I
was
know, I
about it.
fixed it so it said that.
Oh, you were strong.
This is a better,
The guys.
this is a better format.
What is it?
You're talking to
I don't
people, you
know,
know?
leave it alone.
And then I hit him going, okay, there's only 3 cuts property took now. Put him, trying to get some onto roof.
Brad brought my attention that they added
Yeah, ridiculous. You could never take a left.
100% correct, I'll run another one of these off and we'll.
Run 2 of them.
With,
I had one of the
but
new
about
ones.
3:30.
But I
And
had,
the line goes to Cooper Hill Road.
Unlike the town, we don't.
That's crazy.
I know it.
They have those stores there?
Stay home next meeting.
So,
I like it.
while we're
Depends what
waiting,
the stores are.
guys, evidently, the form that we just signed for the town was last year, they changed the format. You noticed when it came around, the school had 3 spots, printed name, your position or whatever,
Alright, so-
and then signature.
Yeah.
The one for the town, when it came around, just had printed name and signature, and so Linda's making copies of that newer form. We're just gonna sign it.
Why? It says right on there.
Because that's what we're
Budget
going to do.
January 1st, they had a new rule. We didn't know it.
It was a new rule, and you don't want to screw around with DRA.
But it says budget committee members right there.
Bunny.
That's ridiculous.
So while
That's why we
we're,
only have one of those
That's
trees in
neither
town,
here
right?
nor there.
Cutting them down.
yeah, no,
if you call them to complain, you have to wait 3 weeks.
It is what it is.
right, so we're just gonna take care of it now. So while we're waiting for that form to be copied, there are a couple of other little housekeeping things. Number one, remember that town deliberative is Saturday, February 3rd, which is a week from this coming Saturday, 9 o'clock at Co-Brown.
It's a good thing it's not Sunday, otherwise nobody'd be there.
what, that's a snow
Wait a minute,
day.
Hal?
Yeah, along those lines, do you want me to include a spot for you up front, or do you want to do as you've done in the past?
I like doing what I've done in the past.
I'd be proud.
I always sit on the edge of an aisle so that I can pop up whenever I'm supposed to pop up.
That's fine.
Do we have any others, culinary department?
Who is going to officially notify the supervisors of the checklist so they're there on time?
I don't know. Maybe one of the sports
Whose is it?
teams, they usually, they might do coffee and donuts.
Yeah.
So
I
that's,
assume the legislative body, but I didn't look that up.
well, it might be a good idea if someone from the selectman's office could just give them a quick buzz just to remind them.
That's a school. We're talking about the school one.
Right at the moment, I'm talking about town.
Town one.
I think the town one, they're probably okay, but the school one is a
The
little
school one.
early, and if we want to get started on time, we need to make sure they're
So
They're
what do you
there.
need?
Pardon?
What do you, what do?
Contact of the supervisor of the checklist to be
Pat
certain
Durkin.
that she
We
and
can talk about
whomever
that
she's got for helpers arrive early enough. Remember, last year there was a delay in everybody getting registered and
And she
whatever
said nobody
because she was
told her.
late.
Nobody contacted her.
Tell Bob right now.
So the school deliberative is Thursday, February 8th at 6 p.m. down at the school. Town is at Co-Brown, school is at the elementary.
What's it called, the supervisor of the checklist?
Yep.
Sign-up period for anybody who wants to sign up for any town positions began today, and it goes until next Friday, February 2nd. 4 o'clock?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Okay. I can never remember what the end time is.
Downstairs still, or Judy?
It depends. If you're,
Oh,
if
school,
it's,
you gotta go to school.
right, if it's town, you go downstairs. If it's school, you contact the school people.
Just one slight deviation on that. The last 2 hours here, Penny will be here.
Oh, she
At least
will.
that's what it says on the form.
Okay, so if it says, I haven't
She usually is.
read it, so
And I
that
don't know
makes
if there's some rule
sense.
about that, but I got the form today and it says 3 to 5, Friday, whatever the last day is.
Right,
Should, both
which is
of
the
them are
second,
here.
both of them will be here. Okay. For those members of the public who may see this before the period is up. And for the rest of us, we can tell anybody else. Speaking of deliberative, in past years, those of us that have been on the committee for a while, we've had this discussion. Generally, the chair of the budget committee will move our recommended budget figure when the operating budget articles come up. If there are questions regarding why the budget committee voted the way they did, what I have done, as long as I've been chair in the past, with the committee's approval, is basically tell them what we said, what we did, and I use the minutes as reference and whatever. I prefer to run that by each committee for as long as I'm in that position to get your thoughts. It doesn't mean you can't speak. It's just a matter of if they ask, why did the budget committee vote this way? Or what did the budget committee consider? Those kinds of things.
I think
Any thoughts?
you should continue doing that,
Yes.
instead of having everybody put their 2 cents in.
Okay, like I said, we're all free because we're all voters.
But you'll have the minutes.
But
and-
I always have the minutes so that I can flip through and see what was discussed when we got to that article or what that discussion was. And more often than not, I read it verbatim. So I just wanted to be sure that everyone was okay with that.
Yes. It's
Okay.
supposed to do.
The thing takes long enough as it is, why don't we keep it simple?
I do try. Because she's nudging me the whole time. Oh, well, I'm not talking.
Yeah, I'm kicking you from behind.
And she's kicking me from behind, right. The other paperwork that we got tonight, we have copies of the latest town's revenue and expense report. We're not going over them tonight, they're for you to take home. Review them. In past years, at least occasionally, we wouldn't get these until we met again during reorganization sometime the beginning to middle of April. So at least those committee members that are still going to be here will have them so that you can review them. The same with the school's revenue and expense report, with basically their second quarter. You can take those home and take a look at them as well.
You have a, Sandy would like
I have a Sandy.
Sandy has a question.
I just want to make a point of correction, though. Those numbers are subject to change based on the audit, because they're going to have prior year adjustments. So I don't want, April comes around and it shows the previous year's expenditure total and is different, and they're going to be. So I just want that out there, that they're going to be different. Okay.
Because until the auditors report is done. It definitely gives us a much better feel for where they ended up, subject to those little adjustments. Any other,
Set a date.
we do need to set a date for the reorganization meeting. I gotta find mine out too and see what we got, because
Needs to be in April, so we can do the quarterly the same night.
Right. What do we got going? Is there anything up there yet for April?
What's open?
The door.
Wednesday's open, the third Thursday's open.
All right, the second Wednesday is the 11th, the third Thursday.
School board,
Thursday's the 19th.
I believe,
That would give
isn't it?
everybody-
First and third, that's school board.
Yeah, that's right, too. Unless, Linda, some of those smaller ones can be bumped, so we can have the hall.
Was it?
Oh,
Some of the smaller committees.
On the 11th?
No,
No,
on
thinking
Wednesday.
we might be able to do it. That can go to Linda. Let's see what's up there.
How about Wednesday, the 25th?
That's awful late.
Wednesdays were good. Find a Wednesday.
yeah.
You don't want to interrupt your nap there, Dave.
On Friday night at Cooper Hill, is that?
Recreation is on the 18th.
Only for 11.
The budget looks really good if you do that.
It looks
Recreation is only a few of us. We can meet in the
I was
office.
gonna say, meet downstairs or whatever.
Downstairs, it's on.
Wednesday is best. Tuesdays and Thursdays are pretty consumed by meetings.
What's
If Wednesday the
op-
11th's open, why?
Linda says Wednesdays are the best.
They can skip over it.
All right, let's go with the 11th of April. It's a Wednesday. 7 o'clock. Linda,
Sounds
should I
great.
write anything down?
Sounds good.
If you'd like, you can.
Sounds good to me.
For you, sounds great, right? Start at 10 for all you care.
Okay. So we have our next
Those aren't very peppermint.
meeting date. For those of us that are still here,
Yeah, they're pretty,
Pretty tame.
yeah, they are. But it did the trick.
can anyone think of anything else we need to discuss? Doesn't appear to be. So, do we have a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye. Anybody opposed?
Can stay
I
here by
have to
themselves.
ask.